Greetings from WBCS Neo. Sorry about the clunk at the beginning, I forgot to turn the mic on. This is just basically a quick little video about people who are wanting to get into radio controlled aircraft, whether it be drones, helicopters, planes, rockets, whatever extreme you want to go to. Drones are probably the easiest item to fly. Rockets, literally, you set them off and hope they come back down in the right place. So yeah, drones are the easiest. I won't be covering drones today because the software version I've got that I'm going to show you about doing RC isn't the latest, so it doesn't have the drone technology into it. I am thinking about getting the latest one. So if anybody wants to get me a copy of Realflight, the latest version, which I think it's 4.7 or something like that, might even be 5 now. I'd have to have a look. I might Google it at the end or something. And you're willing to buy it for me so I can do a review of it? Thank you, because it's not a cheap thing. Okay, so we'll go into this anyway. What we've got in front of me here is my Realflight controller. As you can see, it looks, if you were to cut the cable off, put an aerial on there, it would look just like any other RC aircraft control. Yeah, a lot of the new ones now have digital displays and stuff like that. Okay, the usual sort of thing. It has an what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. Incremented controller on this side. Okay, this side is centralized because it's your up, down, left, right. It's general stuff. This one's the acceleration or power with your rudder on. Okay, generalized layout. This is a multiplier, so that's normal. That is multiply. This one is to change the different type of how the motor works. That's very loud on the old microphone. And these, there's a few dials here and stuff like that. We don't really need to know about them as much. This one, for this particular bit of software, is normally a smoke on and off, okay, for stunts and stuff, so you can do smoke and stuff. I'll talk a little bit about the software. The software I use for radio control training is G4 Realflight Simulator. It's been out for a long time. I've got the 4.5. Like I say, there is a later version. It's probably on 5 or 6 or 7. I don't know what level it could be at. But I do know now they support like drones and things like that. The beauty with this software as well, is you can actually create your own aircraft. You can build your own aircraft from scratch. They have everything in there, like how to build it, how to design an aircraft, engines, blade sizes, diameter, everything. Okay, so you can literally build a brand new aircraft from scratch, completely custom to your liking. I've seen some very weird and wonderful aircraft in this one. I've downloaded all other people's inventions, as it were. Anyway, so we've got the controller. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I am just going to swap over the controller so it moves elsewhere. Okay, so we've got that. I don't think I have to transition that. I think that's obviously on the screen, so it's ready to go. As you can see there, that's what's on my left screen. You will hear some noise. That is the aircraft. Okay, I am going to start off with the second easiest aircraft to fly, which is an airplane compared with a helicopter. Okay, airplanes are pretty straightforward. You throttle and you pray, basically. The reason why I tell people is you should get something like an RC simulator is because, do you want to honestly pay 600 quid for a radio controlled plane or helicopter, take it out on the first day, smash it, and then spend 600 quid rebuilding it? Because you will do that. This rules out, or at least reduces the chance of you having to spend a lot of money over and over and over again, unless you get a failure. This software does have inbuilt failure. It does have stuff like petrol levels, so after 50 minutes of flight it will conk out at some point, so you've got to be careful. You can turn on things like wind factor, so wind shear and stuff like that. It does everything. Okay, it's to give you the full experience of flying a proper aircraft in the safety of your own home without costing anything extra than what you've paid for the software. Okay, and the hardware obviously, because this is what you get with the software. Okay, this is a USB device, plugs in. It also comes with a lead, where is it? Plugs in here, which allows you to connect to another and proper rear control, and allow someone to fly with you, so you can train them, and you can take over whenever you want stuff here. So when they're getting a pickle, you can readjust them a little bit. It's a bit like a driving instructor in a car who's got the spare pedals. Exactly the same. So this is the flight simulator. We'll click on it. You're going to hear some noise like that. Okay. That is it ticking over. It's a petrol engine on this one. As you can see there, I've got smoke on so you can see it. So what you would do is, if you were beginning, what I would suggest is just literally increase, see how it's just moving there, and what you want to do is with the left hand, your left thumb, you're supposed to actually hold controls like this, but for the example so you can see. Okay, and what you do is use your rudder. As you can see, I can steer the aircraft to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. So I can bring it round. When you get confident enough, do it another click faster, so you can move it a little bit quicker. Obviously the more power you put in it, the faster it's going to respond, okay? And as you get faster, what you could do is a centre line, if you visualise cones in there and just trying to slalom, okay? Now what you've got to remember with aircraft is, if you go too fast, G rates and stuff are all real, and the aircraft will try to tip over basically, okay, when you're doing this sort of thing. So you can spin around again, and what you can do is when you're coming down the straight, you can accelerate a bit. See how the back's lifting up there, so it's ready to take off, but don't. Okay, in this it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if you crash, which I'm going to do now, okay, I'll just crash. Boom, crash. The good thing is, a little button on here, reset, poof, I've got a new aircraft. It didn't cost me 600 quid to rebuild it. Isn't that great? And that's the beauty with this. So you can, when you get confident enough, you just pull back on it, let it fly itself, and just keep an eye on it. If it's coming down, just lift it up a little bit. You can level it off. Okay. When you get more confident, you get more speed. The faster you go, the more stable the aircraft can be, and then you can start doing stuff. Okay, so you can fly around, do things like tail spins and stuff like that. Okay, you can do really funky stuff. Okay, yes, this is what you can do with aircraft. Okay, it's not just computer software that does that. You can do that with proper aircraft. So you can do some funky stuff with these things. This. Oops, heady crash. Okay, now that would have cost us a couple of quid to fix that, but it didn't. Okay, and this is the thing with the RC software. It just allows you to make mistakes without costing you, your life savings. And the last thing you want to do is, you've got this nice posh plane like this baby here. You take it out on the first day and you go, oh yeah, I've got it. Oh, what am I doing? Oh no. And you've killed it. Okay, bang, goodbye. Or you can do this one. That's what we do. We'll get right in the air, and then you broke your tail off in this instance. Okay, so as a rule, take it easy. Just like you basically don't want to break the plane, even in the RC environment, because you manage to fly around hours and hours without breaking the actual rear controlled aircraft virtually, then chances are you're not going to break it in real life when you take it out. So you get comfortable with it, you fly around, do what you want to do. Okay, I'm going to do a tail store, and I'm going to go fly around, and I'm going to barrel roll it, fly upside down. Okay, fly around the other way, do the loop, ready, and up and over. Whee, loop the loop. Okay. Yes, you can just sit there and do that with a real aircraft. It's really good. You can do a figure 8 one. If I can get it to go, because it's been a while since I've done this. Okay, not the best figure 8, like, but so there you go. It's me flying the aircraft. The hardest part and the main thing you should be practicing once you get airborne and get confident flying around for a long time without crashing is landing. Okay, your landing is everything. The aircraft comes down too hard, it's going to break something. Bit of a slap with the wing there, but I got it. Okay, don't turn the aircraft stupidly sharp like you're doing a handbrake turn in a little mini Fiesta or something like that. If you do that, you'll do this sort of thing where it tips, okay, scrapes the wing off. In a real aircraft, you're going to grind the aerodynamics down and it's not going to fly correctly after that. Things like that, this is where people make mistakes, and if you rule out all the little odds and bods, you can have a safe flight all the time. Okay, let's do a nice climb. Just got to tail flop it. So a nice death spin and pull it out. And again, come down. Just take it down each notch until it drops out of the sky. Perfect landing. That's an aircraft. That's a plane. Okay, now I'm a bit rusty on the old helicopters because it's been a little while. So we'll pull up a helicopter. So we'll select a different aircraft and we'll find a nice 3D. Let's have a look. I don't know how you do it. Bell 22, that's a bugger of a flyer. I'm trying to find a nice 3D one. Dominion 3D is not too bad. Finch, Furion, Competition. I'm trying to remember which one I normally use. I should reinstall the ones I made because they were quite good. We'll try a 3D flybarless. Let's try that one. There we go. So I don't know what. So now you can hear this bit different sound. So what I've done there is it is in regular helicopter mode now. Okay, so it will fly like a proper helicopter. Now helicopters, when you first fly them, what you want to do is you want to get to a point where the helicopter isn't quite coming off the ground. Okay, so it's able just to scrape on the ground. Okay, so you notch it up, keep notching it until you can physically move the helicopter around the ground. Okay, and let it spin up. You see how it's moving there? It's not off the ground, but it can move around. Now what you want to do is you want to practice turning. Okay, that's what you want to sort of do when you practice it before you go up with a proper helicopter, because trust me, you will crash it. Okay, now we've got a helicopter on about halfway here on the power, and if I can just get it, increase power to where it starts wanting to move by itself. It's not quite there, nearly there. So you can see it moving around a little bit there. It's just starting to float. It's just got off a groove. Okay, so what you want to do is you just want to try to keep the helicopter on the ground without breaking it like that. Okay, we'll try that again. This is a 3D helicopter. It's not really meant to be in this mode, but so again, where it got stuck, you see. Okay, if you're confident enough, you bounce it off the ground. It's fine. Okay, but if you want, you can. Whoop, let's see if we can get it to. I'm going to try and bring it forward. It's hard. Ooh. But this is the beauty. So you can do this without costing 600 quid to get a new set of blades. Okay. And this is what you do. You just basically hover above the ground. I'll change the mode of it so it's not so twitchy. So you want it unsensitive. You don't want it too twitchy because it will just bite you in the arse. So there you go, I'm moving forward a little bit there, look. So I've lost the tail there, so I'm just going to stop it. Okay, I think I've definitely lost the tail. Oh, I haven't, I was lucky. So just keep going. So you move it along the ground. If you're scared, you just kill the power on it. It'll just drop off. Put it back to where it was. When you get confident, okay, when you're confident, hover just a couple inches above the ground. So if you cock up, you hit the power, it's just going to drop off. It's not going to damage it. Okay, nice and easy. So once you get up, ooh, I've just chopped your hair. Okay, once you get into it, but you are, the problem with helicopters generally is you are always the one in control of it. There is no look away for 5 minutes and have a tab. It's not like a drone where they've got GPS stuff that stabilizes. These things fly literally by the skin of the teeth, by your skin of the teeth. So once you get used to it, try to keep it in front of you and faced away, because that way whatever movement you do reflects on your joystick. So if I'm moving to the right like that, then the joystick is moving to the right. Okay. If you get in a situation where it's reversed, like this, it becomes a different ball game and you don't know what you're doing. Spin it around, put the tail towards you, and then you can control it back the way the joystick is. Until you get really confident with flying helicopters, it is very tricky. And once you get used to that, you just try to land nice and softly. As soon as you get it down on the ground, kill the power. Now 3D mode. As you can see there, it's pushing down on the ground at the minute. When you get halfway, you get what's called in the hover mode. So the beauty with 3D is this. Okay, so I'm going to put it in fast mode. And this is the beauty with 3D helicopters. Okay, so you can do stuff like that. You bounce off the ground. Okay, that's a 3D helicopter. Okay, I had a friend asking us how can a helicopter possibly do that, but because of how the rotor system works. What happens is when you push down, it inverts the rotor blades so they push down, and when you push up, it puts them in the normal mode like a normal helicopter. Whoops, and there it goes dead. Again, that would cost me another new helicopter. Crashed again. I couldn't see where I was. So that's a 3D helicopter. Like I say, once you get used to them, they're not so bad. But it is easy to figure out where you're going. Bring it back. Ooh. Very, very tricky. So that's a helicopter. And you can see how unpredictable helicopters are. So if you're thinking about doing RC helicopters, trust me, unless you've got a lot of money to spend, I would get some professional help. Or at least you can get a good 50 quid, 100 quid cheapo which is reasonably easy to fly. It's got reasonably self-centering sort of characteristics and stuff there. I'll try to find an aircraft like that. I think the Bell's like that actually. I think the Bell 222, from what I remember, is a very simplistic helicopter. So this is the Bell, one of the ones with wheels. Try to remember where the wheels are on this one. Not in that one. That's that one, right. So I know which way the wheels are. Sometimes with these things you've got to find out where the items are. So again, you spin this one up. This one you can roll it. And once you get airborne, okay, it's a little bit more forgiving than the stunt helicopter because it only flies so fast, but it is continuous. So let's get the wheels up, and that increases the acceleration, and we're off. We bounce it around a little bit. But it's one of these helicopters, you've got to get it going. It's just like a proper helicopter. So we'll fly it through. You see it's coming this way a little bit. Whoa, going backwards. Problem with flying here. I'm watching for the... Right. So again, if you're getting yourself in a stick, put your wheels down. When you get in a nice hover position, drop the power off at each notch. As soon as you touch the ground, hit the power off. Okay, as soon as you see those three wheels touching, that's it, drop the engine, and it should just drop and park. There we go. So that's a helicopter. That's a nice one. Let's try a different one. Let's have you could have a Wright Flyer. Some of these are horrible, these things, like big stick. I tell you which is a nice one, if I've got it. Harrier. I'm sure I've got a Harrier. There's a Huey helicopter. That's a very similar one to one of the raid control helicopters I actually bought. It wasn't a bad little helicopter, but unfortunately I didn't know what I was doing and I broke it. And that's what got us into RC flying simulators, because it just means you can get a lot of stuff done. Right, I'm sure I've got a Harrier jump jet somewhere, unless I haven't added it. Oh yeah, I thought I had it. Oh, there it is. Right, so we've got a jet. Now here we go. Jets. Just get the wheels out there. Right, so again, the thing with the Harrier, as you can see here, if I can just get it past a little bit, is this one has, on the bottom here I've got this turning dial. Now the beauty with the Harrier, if anybody knows anything about aircraft, is it can take off vertically. Okay, so here we go. There we go. She's taking off vertically. Wheels up, and we change the jets to forward, fully forward now, and now this baby can fly, and we're talking stupid speeds. Oops, I've just crashed. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, let's get the baby up. speed up first. Here we go. That's just flying a bit better this time. Ooh! I don't know where it is. Lost it. Okay. This is where you need a little bit of... This thing's flying by itself. I don't know what it's doing at the minute. Trying to see where it is. I think it's flying away. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. There she goes. Whoosh! Into the distance. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring her in. I'm going to put the landing gear down. See what's coming down. It's just flying past. She's not an easy beast to fly like, because she's so quick and so nimble. One of the best fighters I've ever had. Right, so what I'm going to try and do oh shit, is not crash. I was going to slow her down and bring her in like a helicopter and just hover in for a landing, but yeah, you can see jet engines don't work well with me. But the Yak 54 is just generally a great little stunt. You can really get away with stuff. Sometimes. So that's radio control flying through. That was a bad start. Through simulators. Okay. I've just pulled this out of the loft, so I haven't played it for a little while. So I'm very rusty at flying. But you soon get the hang of it again. Its tail. Yeah. So, are RC simulators worth using? Yes. Because you can do so much with them. And you can get so many hours of practicing without wasting of time. Okay? And that's the beauty of them. Whoa, I got dizzy. So you just slow yourself down until you're virtually flopping out. And down, you kill the engine. Wait till it slows down a little bit, do a turn, not too tight. Bring it back up. Ooh. You got to remember these things don't have brakes as such, often flaps. Okay, so that's it. That's a radio control simulator. It will save you a lot of money, and I highly recommend getting one of these before you go out with a proper aircraft and cry on the first flight. Because I know a few people who in the past built planes, went to the local cricket field or whatever to have a test flight, destroyed their plane in like 10 minutes. It's just like all that effort to make a plane to destroy it in 10 minutes. It's a shame really. So that's it. I'm just going to switch over here and that'll stop it. If you've got any questions about radio control aircraft, or if you want some advice about what to buy and stuff like that, depending on what your needs are, by all means drop a comment in the comments below. And I think that's pretty much it. Until the next time really. Happy flying. Helicopters are great, by the way, great fun. Once you get the hang of them, they're really good. Planes, RC wise, are great fun. I'm usually like a flight simulatorist anyway, so like I used to like using Flight Simulator 10 and stuff like that. And my forte was helicopters, and most people I know fly planes because I can't fly helicopters, but I can fly a helicopter apparently. So there you go. So yeah, I'll probably show that in some video once I reinstall Flight Simulator 10 as well. Until the next time, catch you later.
Hi, this is WBCS Neo. Thank you for watching this video. If you did like it, please check out all the other videos I do have. More importantly, please subscribe, like, share, and if you can, comment below if you want. Okay, comments will be answered as soon as I can. Until the next time, see you later. Bye bye.